It's week 3 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the AFC East. It's the Bills and the Jets, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. And it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they, too, were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Able to shake him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. The sack there, and it's 2nd down. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? There was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Allen uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the load and way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
He's going to go deep for Beasley, and that is incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Now a throw here to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
13 yards on the play.
They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground. Carter, a little juke, and they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Carter with it. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Draw play, Carter. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Looking to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Godwin. His first touchdown of the new season, and the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Jets now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Oh, yeah! The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Back to throw here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Carter. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. This one caught by Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve we saw right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
first and 10. It's Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Ed Oliver that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Ed Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams there to bring him down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't have made the rush back in the pocket.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, and he finds Beasley, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw, it's Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
There you go. Yeah.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain there for the Bills.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Allen now looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one's incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, here's Carter. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Matt Milano, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Diggs with a good footwork. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And we see at the half, 14-10 is the score. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris, 3 touchdown runs. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Blankenship's kick is good. The lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he returns this to the 22. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a sack. Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll air this one out from Mims. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To the air. Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Singletary again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Second and 15. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. That catch good for only a couple. On second down, a run with Carter. And he stopped immediately there. Eventually, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Blankenship out for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go right back to Singletary. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 61 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a run with Singletary. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They will run with Singletary. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Carter. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Carter. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A.J. Epinesa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, 54 yards. And the Jets look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago. That completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract. On 1st down, Allen.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Throwing again on second down. Allen under pressure, and down he goes. Caleb Chason. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. John Feliciano, the guard, the guilty party there. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final try here for Allen. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but it is a bit short here on the 1st down. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And now out come the Jets. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll go again with Carter. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back to throw here. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution. To
throw on 2nd and 10, Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground. Carter, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Another tote for Carter. Carter, a 1st down and more, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, Carter. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a give to Carter. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was a defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Jets, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.